What up, YouTube? Elleix coming back at you with another StarCraft 2 cast. On the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have our blue Protoss player, Juan. And on the top right-hand side of the map, we have our red Protoss player, Xeru. This is a bronze versus bronze level matchup, and I'm actually thinking about making this a series, something like Low League Madness. I don't want to piggyback off Bronze League heroes. I don't want to take from that legacy, but I think it would be really cool to have some sort of lower league series, just because some of the strategies can be pretty hilarious and it wouldn't be exclusive to bronze level players. So let me know if that is something you guys will be interested in. I'll even make a separate playlist for these lower league games. It does look like Xeru just passed by Juan's probe right here. This was within sight, but it's possible that Xeru was not paying attention to this. And looking on the production tab right here, we have a forge. So this is going to be a cannon rush, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a cannon rush fueled off of Bronze League energy. We'll see just how successful Juan's cannon rush will be. Xeru just chilling at the doorstep of the natural base for the blue Protoss player. And Juan, I think because he's cheesing, he's paranoid about facing some cheese himself. He's like, wait, is my opponent doing the same thing I'm doing? I better go check. And we have 3 photon cannons in the natural base, far away from the main base for the red Protoss player, and this will give Xeru some time to react to this if he does see this. Usually with cannon rushes, you want to be a lot more aggressive because you want to be able to start taking out the production and the mineral line of your opponent before they can start getting any sort of ranged units. This will effectively deny the natural base for the red Protoss player, but I'm not so sure this is going to be a successful cannon rush. Oh no, this probe running down, throwing down the Nexus. He should cancel this, does not get the cancel. So everything I've said so far, that investment here is still more than 400 minerals, but it could have been a lot worse. Taking 400 minerals for free from your opponent, I guess not for free, this is a big investment, but right off the bat is not insignificant. And we don't see any sort of stalkers or any gateway units coming out for Xeru just yet. He is building more production, which will be good. And we have another photon cannon building here, but Juan isn't really bothering to do anything with this right now. He's expanding himself. He doesn't have any production on his side of the map either. What is going on here? We do have a probe that was scouting around. We can see it was checking for any sort of weird proxies, even though I wouldn't say that buildings on this side of the map would necessarily be proxies so much as hidden buildings. And we have what I think is the very first gateway coming down for Juan. The very first 2 gateways. Do we have anything coming down for Xeru right now? He's doing a good job at getting tech, and he did research warp gate, so he understands more or less the concept of what he should be doing, and now he's building the stalkers. What I would do in this situation if I were Xeru, if you do find this replay, in this situation, I would build 1 or 2 shield batteries close to the ramp and then start sniping buildings and then running your units back to heal up with the shield battery and then take care of all this stuff. All you really have to do is take out 2 pylons. It would be pretty difficult with only 3 stalkers. I would continue building stalkers in this situation. You are researching charge, which is not a bad choice. And you're quite far ahead of your opponent. Not that you know that, Xeru. So if you find this replay, those are my suggestions right now. There is a probe right here. Xeru could move into base of the blue Protoss player and check out what is going on right here. We don't have Warp Gate being researched. We still only have the 2 gateways. Juan is now banking quite a lot of minerals right here. He's not doing much. I think he just decided that this is his build, just going for complete static defense. Taking a look at the army supply, it's zero army supply for this blue Protoss player. He's like, you know what? I found the build that wins me games, and I think he probably has won with this build before. So many bronze players probably just rage quit after seeing this many cannons in their natural. They're like, what do I do? What the hell do I do, man? I can't move out with my army, so I can't win the game. And then they leave. I bet you that's what happens, because now we have a shield battery backing this cannon line. Good job trying to go for the pylons, but effectively losing, quite literally losing his entire army to these cannons. Xeru was at 0 army supply briefly right there. He is re-upping. He does have the 4 warp gates to back this up. Now taking a look at the production tab, we do see that warp gate is being researched for our blue Protoss player as well, but he is just going for a full photon cannon build right here, man. I can't. We have more gateways on the way. Another good call would be, I guess, going for Immortals if you are fixated on taking care of this line of cannons right here, or alternatively going for a Stargate and getting a few Oracles and just wiping out the mineral lines of your opponent. A big thing that Xeru should be doing right now to take care of this is not hyper fixating on trying to take care of this cannon rush right here, this cannon contain more like, but going ahead and seeing what is going on the other side of the base right here, other side of the map right here, and checking out Blue's base, because there is nothing. He sees that there is so much money being put into this. There's not likely a lot going on back home, and there's quite literally no defense right here. So a few Oracles would do a good job at wiping all this out. But we also see what is going to be a Nexus right next door to the red Protoss player, and he has no idea what's going on right now. He does have a decent worker count. They both do. Very similar, 30 workers to 29 workers. And by decent, I want to say decent saturation. He's not leaving this base unsaturated. And we see so many cannons, bro. Oh my god. Juan, he is just pumping out so much static defense in the natural base of his opponent right here. I can't get over this. And this Nexus does finish up, starts mining off of it as well. He's technically on 3 bases, although this third sneaky base right here is not saturated just yet. We see a lot of Stargates. I should have known. I should have known. If you see a mega cannon rush, you bet your ass that there's going to be Stargates, and I was right. Xeru leaving the game, seeing all this, and deciding to leave. What did I say? Juan probably wins with this build a lot by making his opponents rage quit and containing them in the base, and they do not know how to react to this. In this situation, building a few Stargates at the very least and trying to poke the enemy base with some Oracles just to see what's going on probably would have been the right call, but I was right. Juan making his opponent rage quit, so it looks like this is going to be the build for him for the time being. Oh my god, what a wild, silly game that was. This is going to be the first installment of Low League Madness. I will create a separate playlist for this. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.